So I have shared many things in the past weeks. What do you guys think? Anybody want to share?
Oh, it's so much information. I don't know where to start. It's really good information you're sharing, and you're sharing it very deeply. So you need to go back a couple of times and watch it, and I haven't got the time to do that right now. But I have all of that, and it's really showing how much knowledge you have, and also how good your body handling is on the breathing sections. Because to be honest, I'm light year away from that. I'm training it, but I still have a long way to go. And the last video where you're sharing this square with what MMA are and what modern Wing Chun are, 1960s Wing Chun are, and what the Chi Kwang fighting methods or the military training methods are, with the four fighting zones. And it's a really good overview how you can check your own martial art, where you are and what's missing, and what you need, what have been lost during the time, the generations before you.
Okay, I have. Okay. Yeah, like Dick said, there was a lot of information the last couple of days with a lot of videos, and I don't know where I can start, because there's so many details, and you have to, like you said, there's a lot of details you have to watch back again to really know about what you are saying. And the last video is the best what I've just watched. Like the box was the MMA, and the sphere from the 1960 Wing Chun, and that is in the doesn't work in the box of the MMA, because you miss a lot of fighting zones, and the full fighting zones, the full fighting momentum zones, and yeah, this is it's a problem. And the 8050 Wing Chun covers that, and you can go close by and finish the job. And the 1960 doesn't have it. That's for sure. You mentioned, you tell it like it is, and it gives you a good view how it why it doesn't work. That's what you let me see. Yeah.
Okay. You share, yes, a few videos like the others already said, and yeah, for example, the phrase "Loi Lao Hei Sung" and "Lat Sao Chik Chung." Nobody. Yeah, and then the version 1960s or any Wing Chuners, they don't apply it, and they don't know how to apply it. Everybody talks about it, but nobody applies it. For example, Loi Lao means when they advance, don't retreat, and Hei Sung, when they retreat, advance. And this means to cut off their attacks and pressure them into defensive. So nobody does the pressure, nobody enters, nobody shoots in, fills in, and stick it. Nobody does that. And Chung Chui means make space and fill in, and nobody does that. And for the other video, the Wing Chun dummy stuff, which is really why it doesn't work. So there is no momentum, yeah, and there's no random momentum handling. then there is no changing of directions and no changing of levels and angles, which is true. So the wooden dummy is just, in a long range or fist range zone, and there's no possibilities to stick in like it should be. So the tripod is the best way to approach to that what you're presenting the last few months, and then we have no short strike distance in the wooden dummy, so that we can practice it on a wooden dummy. So the wooden dummy is just it's like the Wing Chun version 1960. It's just a structure based let's say gadget which they only can use. So what we need is we have to be able to go around and do all the levels and the three-dimensional training, and the wooden dummy doesn't cover that. And then we have no handling of the legs. How can we handle the legs with a wooden dummy, which is it's not high enough? So it's like more shin to shin than leg to leg. So to manage the legs is really important in a short strike, so you can take him off balance and all that stuff. And then the one which you shared yesterday, which is about Wing Chun identity uniqueness. So when we see the trees on the left side, or it was just mirrored, because the video was mirrored, but you have, which is true because I've been through this also, you have so many grandmasters, everybody knows everything. If you don't teach me this, I go there. If you don't teach me this, I just take another grandmaster and let him show me all the system, and which we all went through because we all wanted to do that. So I'm speaking for the majority of Wing Chuners, and this is a big problem. Where else the US way of Wing Chun, which is like you have written down, or you wrote down, is the Zen spiritual, then the internal, and the fighting. So in for example, the breathing, the chi, and then the nurture chi. Then you have the transportation of the chi, how you do that. So there's 5 ways of transportations, and then you have the application, which is the fighting. And yes, and it was a really good explanation. And on the last one from today was like Raymond already said, the sphere, which is the ball, and then you have the big box, which is full of possibilities to attack the opponent. And with just a small sphere like that, you can already see that it doesn't work in MMA at all. So you have just chain punches, straightforward, no level, no 3D training, and yes, it's all missing. So it's a really good example. Everybody who's experienced in that will he will admit that, or has to admit that it's like that.
Okay, Dick, how many years have you in martial arts?
47 years.
Okay, 47 years. Raymond, how many years?
With boxing and everything, maybe almost 30 years, I think.
Okay, so Daniel, how many years?
I have also 30 years of experience.
Okay. The reason why I call for this Zoom is because many people have chat with me around the world. Over here alone, we have how many? We have about 100 years of martial art practice here. But do you guys know how serious is it that you guys do not catch what I'm saying? So let me share with you. If you guys go the way how you go, you will never get what I understand, what I share. So we need to do things properly on this thing as well as a technology. Now, let me share with you so that you guys can be clear on whatever it is. It is not difficult stuff, but it has to be professional. Okay. Before that, I want to share with you one thing. This morning, a friend from Asia messaged me after I shared that today's momentum zone stuff, comparison momentum zone. So he asked me, he said, Hendrik, are you prepared for war? Get ready to prepare for war. And I say, what war? He said, the war of big war to prepare your people, like learning from Chi Chi Guang to fight the Japanese pirate. So I told him, I'm not preparing for war. Remember, I'm the Buddhist. I am just sharing. I walk my talk on number one thing. Don't cheat ourselves. Don't cheat others. Don't get cheated. I just show you what is going on there. Okay. And that is only to give a fair evaluations on what is Wing Chun. The interest is not that I prepare anybody for war or to step up Wing Chun to making war or anything, or who fight who, or American Wing Chun is defeating the Asia Wing Chun. No. It is just giving, provide the evidence. So you give the ancient a fair evaluations and give the future generations to know what exactly happened on the basic. Okay. Unless we know ourselves, we know the opponent, what are we doing? If we know ourselves, we know our opponent, it's like a war. If he is much, much better than you, well, why make the war? You cannot afford the war. If you are as good as him, well, why make the war? Because both sides will damage. If he is less than you, well, why make the war? Why bully people? So there's no need a war. So it goes back to the first step. What Bodhidharma said, teaching in Zen, know yourself, know others, so that you don't get cheated by others, you don't cheat others, you don't cheat yourself. That's the bottom line. Until today, how can we let the world fairly evaluate what is Wing Chun? If it's based on this family's Wing Chun, this Wing Chun family, that Wing Chun family, all the story, but how is those type of thing is going to give the world a fair evaluations? Technically. So put that in mind, okay? It's not about me, my lineage, or who anymore. Do we know what it is? What I have been present for past 6 months is really simple. The first thing is the identity of what is Wing Chun. The second thing is what is the uniqueness of Wing Chun. Namely, the Wing Chun have the is short strike, it has the 3-level of internal training. And then within the 3-level internal training, it have 5-level of transportation training. And then and then you have the recycling momentum training. Those are the basic. Okay. And whatever breathing, chi, whatever, who cares? I mean, it is within that 5-level transportations. Those are just the details in that the transportations. Now, as for fighting, the uniqueness of fighting, I showed the other day that it is angling in, or which is robbing the angle, and then you occupy his space. Robbing angle, occupy his space. You press in with your footwork, or attack him with your footwork. You stick with his body, so you be able to press him, or you be able to jam him or intercept him, and then your arm is fighting him. What else? It's just this simple, right? Everything what I'm saying, I can make another 1,000 video, but whatever, all this video is only describing more into the details. But if you cannot handle, you don't know the identity, you don't know the exist of the 3-level of internal, and within the 2nd level, you have the 5. You don't know where it is, and then you don't know that a Wing Chun man, when you go fight, what you're going to do is you're going to rob his position, rob his angle, occupy his position, jam him with your body and your leg, okay? Intercept him, and then while your arm is attacking, right? That's that simple, right? The rest is just whatever, depend on that day, you know, what clothes you wear and those kind of stuff, or what you want to use. You need to see this big picture. And then you have to fill in. It's like you guys practice, say, Western boxing. It has this big picture too. And once you know the big picture, you keeping training it. The more and more details you are fluent with it. When you fight, you will be better and better, more and more fluent. Even if you don't know all the details, if you know what I share with you just now, the basic. In karate, in Shodan, you need to know this. Then you fought like a Wing Chuner. If you don't know this, what are you doing? You're scattering things around. Okay? So I'm not here to blame at anybody or say you are wrong. I'm just saying that the first thing you look at it, you need to know, oh, what is this art is about? And where is all these pieces coming in? Like you look at the car, okay, this is a transmission, this is the chassis, this is the gas system. You know that thing, and you want to get that basic first instead of going to turbo or this and that and that. Very simple. Obviously, in the past 140 years, nothing there for teaching, educate people. And if you go read the Chi Chi Guang book, Dean is saying all this kind of thing. So what are you doing? You can do all. It's like you can have all the whatever I say. You can repeat all whatever I say. But you not be able to put the entire thing together. And that is the reason why everybody say, oh, this is my family Wing Chun. There's my family Wing Chun, because nobody get it. You need to know the core. What is it? It's like studying engineering. You need to know what it is. The iOS, what is the main part? And then I fill in details and I can evolve details. Otherwise, there's no way you can learn. So what are you going to learn? You talk about what do you call it? Like so it's like the elephant, the blind man with the elephant. You guys all look at, oh, whatever you got to look. You don't look at, go stand far away. Look at what is an elephant. And then one by one, after you identify it, you go study it. That's why if you look at 100 years of education, it's like that. How are you going to go war like in Qi Ji Guang? If you look at the Qi Ji Guang thing, it is a war, meaning that he'd be able to analyze the entire thing, right? So this is educations. So this morning I dropped the model. Is this simple? Why is that for past 40 years or whatever 60 years nobody see that? No matter what the Wing Chun for past 120 years, especially for past 60 years, you look at it, no matter what, it's just that model, a guy, the sphere here, which is the fighting zone, and then that's what it is. Your chi sao, your mind power, whatever power is only work there. Am I right? Daniel, am I right?
Yes, you're totally correct.
And
Yes.
and whatever you're training, your cham kyu biu ji, your xiu li tao, your mind power, your structure power, your chi sao, whatever, is only that thing. You look at the MMA, you look at even like the Okinawan Bubishi, is that square. That's how serious it is. And then people keeping, like I tell you a story. Years ago, somebody, when I shared the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao, and somebody said there's a set called Snake and Crane set, or Crane and Snake set in the Red Boat, which is their ancestor set of their family. Okay? Now, so, but you look at their whatever they do, still it is that sphere. The fighting zone is that sphere in front of him. So if you really know martial arts, and this person actually later get a student writing a book saying that the 1850s Wing Chun is no longer Wing Chun and so forth, are you out of your mind? You couldn't even be the soldier of Qi Ji Guang. Okay, do you know what you are facing? So I make it this morning simple. Is your Wing Chun fighting that, or your Wing Chun fighting the entire box square? Qi Ji Guang is fighting the entire square. You go check Bubishi, Okinawan Bubishi is fighting that square. How can you fight that square if you just only have that sphere there? You can go mimic Bruce Lee as much as you want on the inch power or whatever. You can mimic all the chi sao, and like in the movie, the chi sao has to have this power, that power. Who will tell you that they need to fight you in that sphere? Xu Xiaodong share with you, show you right in front of millions of people. I don't want to fight you in that sphere. And how many seconds when the people not fighting you in that sphere you can last? Look at Ding Hao and Xu Xiaodong. Can we do better if we do that? How many seconds you can last if you're facing those kind of opponents? It is very simple thing. But going straight forward, it is like, how to say that, it's like we insult people, right? But my notion is not for insult. If this is a war, do you know what is the consequence? So people are making up stuff like this what snake crane sets in the red boat time, all those things. I can say it's non-exist. Why? Because you don't know the box. How to know why? Because it's are using the transportation, the 5 transportation to check your body. Do you have it? Well, I can tell you that after reading all this documentary and everything of Wing Chun, 0 have 5 level of transportation. 0 in Wing Chun today. How are you going to fight the MMA guy? No way. When I say fight, meaning that technology compare technology. So when is those things created can be known. It's like engineering. We can track you down on what it is. So you say, well, Hendrik, you know it all. No, I'm not knowing all. I just tell you that in the ancients, like in the Qi Guang time, if you have the mindset like Qi Guang, Yi Da Yu, and Tang Sun Zhi, which is in my book, I share who they are. It is those type of mind and those type of training. So no, I hope that I not scare everybody off here. You serious? Do you know what it is? You want to be a professional? Do you know what it is? And many times people ask me about, oh, in the Chou family, like your Sifu Chou try teaching the Xiu Lim Tao. Like how come it is with this part, okay? Which is this part. This part. And you can see people doing, you can doing this way, 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 doing that way. So everybody say, you know, there's so many things. How can you know that you're right? I say that if you know the 5 level of transportation, you read carefully what the King Quid say, you know what it is. You're asking me means that you have no idea what it is. Because people want to debate with me. Oh, Chou Hung Chai taught you this, but this is how the way. When I have time, I make a video. So the entire world where I can see. Knowing what the King could say and knowing what your body can do in the 5 level of transportations, you know exactly what it is. So the reason why I'm saying this until the snake crane sets and everything is like, there's one thing very simple. There's no such thing as my interpretation, your interpretations, when it comes to the basic. So what do you guys think? You know, after you guys heard all this thing, you know, everybody gets serious, like Daniel and Dick gets serious, you know, like Raymond. You know, what do you guys think?
I'm only looking serious when I listen in and analyzing what people are telling me, and you definitely telling the truth because you have analyzed it, you have the capability to read the old Chinese and mapping different sources, and the key point, you have tested it out by yourself as well. It's not only the reading and comparing and taking the common denominator and write it down. You have tested it to make sure it's the correct thing, because you know your body, you know your body handling, and when you have done it, you have researched it and researched it and tested and tested and tested until you are sure that the outcome is the correct way, because you're feeling your body handling, you're feeling the different zones, the different levels. That's why it's so important that you present it, because you have tested it out. It's not just that you have read it, you have really tried it over and over and over again, and you can clearly see that when you're showing it.
That's why it's now in science and physics. It's not me. I don't want me to be any kinds of reference. It is the science and sports science.
Yeah.
That is what we want to reference with, like the judo in Olympic.
So yes, it's true what you're saying, because if you compare Wing Chun with, for example, boxing, and how they train and how they go with the sports science and all that stuff, this is yes, this is not in Wing Chun. You don't see it in Wing Chun. You only see chain punches, structure power, mind power, all that stuff, which is not realistic. So we have to go that way and change. And we are lucky that we have it in Wing Chun 1850, and which we can grow with, and yes, and go with the sports science. And that's really important, unless what we're doing is just, doing fantasy stuff, doing feel like the actor in Ip Man, and do everything the way he does, and everything has to look perfect. There is no fight which looks perfect. I've never seen a fight which is perfect. Even in boxing, if you go have good techniques, but at the end, it's sometimes dirty, because in boxing, for example, when you go close range, you have the headbutts, which most of the referees don't see.
Daniel,
all that stuff. Yes, it's yes.
In the wooden dam meeting, I tell everybody,
yes,
your body shot, what you do in the wooden dummy, actually you develop bad habit to take body shot, and then you give your back to other people.
Right.
And you don't have solution, and you don't have solutions to counter that. You need to train that every day to see whatever it is, it will come. Okay.
Right.
Don't hope that it never come to you. A body shot coming to your back, choke you will come. So if you don't have that, you don't know the uniqueness of Wing Chun, you don't have the preparations of all these things, you keeping thinking you're fighting in the ball and there's the ultimate Wing Chun. Are you out of your mind?
True, because Chi Sao and all that stuff. I mean, you explained it in the last video, which was really short, but everybody, it's yes,
well,
it's so easy to understand.
The movie is preaching those nonsense.
Right.
So we have another 3 minutes. Raymond, you want to share?
Yeah, it's good that you mentioned this, because it gives me a view, and it's good that you mentioned and said what you think about it, and so it wakes me up. We need that to how do I say it? It wakes me up. So I want to learn and to understand. And
so you know what? I put the entire thing in past 6 months in front of your eyes. The entire thing. If you don't see it, sorry. The entire thing is there. I told you already that in the fighting, you have to have the you in order to be a Wing Chunner, you have to shoot in, with the angling, robbing his angle, taking his positions, and then you pressurize him, you jam him, you intercept him, you strike him from your feet to up to your head. As what the Shaolin said, from the feet to up to your head is just spinning and attacking and defending and countering. But if you don't have that, what Wing Chun? Your Tan Pong Fuk, the most you can do is that sphere. If you don't wake up, what to argue? Keeping talking about my family, my lineage, now you don't have anything. You lost the entire thing. Your country is already gone. So, well, this is to share with you today. Hopefully that, we all learn. Because you need the educations. Otherwise, I can show everything in front of your face, your eyes, but you still don't see it. So see you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.